Signing your first AI agency client has never been easier, and here's exactly how you can do it with no case studies or prior experience. So let's just get into this video right now. But before we do, I just want us to take a trip down memory lane around 3 years ago. So this was me, as you can see. I hope now you think I look a tiny bit different, perhaps even a glow up. And here were my credentials at the time. I was broke. I had terrible acne. Thankfully, the lighting was on my side in this photo, so you can barely see it. I was lost. I was just waking up every day, scratching my head, being like, what am I going to do? I always had a drive to become successful. I had so many prior businesses before this, but I never found any success. I was hungry, but I was lost. I didn't know what direction to go into. I just didn't really have much going for me in the basic terms. And wow. And then it was only fast forward a few months, right? I was able to finally sign my first ever AI agency client. But this just wasn't a good deal at all. Look, I signed my first ever AI agency client for only £50, and I was working so many hours for them every single day. I was actually able to find a screenshot of some of the work I fulfilled for them. Her name was T Fitness. And the entire goal for this video is for you to bypass this painful stage I went through, where I was literally having to take scraps. I was just needed money. So I was taking whatever. I needed that £50. So I was like, yeah, sure, I take it. But I want you to be able to bypass this. I want you to bypass all the pain, all the rejections I had to go through to get to where I am today, running a successful agency, a successful AI software company. And for you to be able to sign a high ticket client for your first ever client worth no case studies. So let's keep going. I want you to feel like Bruce Wayne. I want you to literally sign your first client. You have a few $1,000s in the bank account, and you're looking to go ahead and get a Batman suit, perhaps even a butler, perhaps even a Batmobile, because you feel that rich. And as a result, you just keep growing every single day and making more money. That's the goal. And this is what this video is going to deliver to you. And it's funny, right? Because I just see so much propaganda out right now from all these AI agency gurus who don't even run one. They are constantly saying, this is how you get your first ever client. But I want you to step back, listen to this understanding I'm about to break down, and really ask yourself, how on earth does this make sense? It is purely just a waste of your time. Every single person is saying, go to a cold audience, go to a cold person who doesn't even know you exist. You've never even messaged them before, and go ahead and do free work for them without them even asking. How on earth does that make sense? People are literally saying for you to do that. They're saying for you to reach out to 3 to 5 people each day with the free work that you fulfilled for them. The reality, around 90% of the people, they won't even see your message. The 5%, they're going to be like, well, thanks, but they're likely not even going to be in the market. And then there's going to be other people who are texting you, wasting your time. Perhaps they hop on a call with you, but most of the time they are never going to buy. And there's so many other reasons why this system is flawed. You can't scale it. In what world can you scale a business on just sending 3 to 4 bespoke messages every single day? You can't. It's going to take you too much time. Doing this free works easily going to take you 12 hours to actually try and figure it out. It is not worth it. Trust me, there is a better way that I'm about to show you. Instead, you are going to leverage what I like to call AI agency arbitrage, and it is so simple. All you're going to do is leverage other people's results and reverse engineer how they got them. So you're going to look at the big names within whichever industry you decide to target. You're going to understand, okay, they're crushing it, they're crushing it. This is how they do it. And now I'm going to go over to these business owners, present them the value of how they do it, and sell it to them. And you're going to leverage these big name results. And it is why it works so well. But obviously, in order for you to do this, you need to become crystal clear on a type of AI agency offer you want to sell. So here's a few examples: AI marketing, AI sales agents, AI setters. Personally myself, as I know some of you guys watching this will know, I sell AI marketing. So what Fusion Media, my agency, does, right? We help business owners when it comes to social media content. So we do that Instagram, YouTube. We help them do funnels. And essentially all we're doing is helping them attract dream clients from content, nurture them, and get these dream clients to book calls with them as a result of their content. I personally think, and trust me, we've tried all of these, we actively do it as upsells from this offer. There is absolutely nothing that beats AI marketing when you're first starting out. It is so simple. You need no technical knowledge, and it's really, really easy to fulfill with very, very high profit margins. So I'd strongly suggest starting out with this. And once again, to further enforce, to keep things simple, simply all you are doing is leveraging the results of big players in the industry of what you decide to sell. So as an example, for this, we're going to look at the big players within the content space, and let's say the niches, business coaching. So who would that be? Alex Hormozi, Iman. We're going to understand what's working for them, what's not, reverse engineer that process, and then present it to potential prospects and say, hey, we can do this for you. And as a result, you will get these results leveraging these big player results. It is absolutely foolproof. Perfect. Now you understand your offer. You now need to understand who you are trying to sell to. So this is who I sell to as the strong example. I sell to rich 40 to 60-year-olds who are trying to succeed with social media, but they see no success. However, their business is successful from older strategies, but they understand they need social media to continue to grow their business. And from me reading this out, what do you notice? Well, it's the fact that I'm not married to a singular niche. All I'm focused on is 40 to 60-year-olds. I don't care what niche they are. Well, in a way, I kind of do. I don't typically like working with people who have physical products. They're just harder to scale. I like to do people who have like online services. And that's really the only people I care about, right? 40 to 60-year-olds who are already rich. They're staging business while they're already successful from older strategies. They have so much wisdom and value to share with the world, but they're seeing no success on social media. So this is where I come in and I help them. So as you can see, I'm not marrying a single niche. I'm not saying, I'm only going to target HVAC business owners. I'm only going to target online coaches. No, we work with so many people across so many different industries. I purely care on their demographic, psychographic, and stage in business. And I strongly suggest that should be the same for you as well. You shouldn't just marry a singular niche because you're really capping how much revenue you can make. And it's just going to make things a lot harder. And I find it funny, right? You may be watching this, screaming through whatever screen you're watching and being like, Joseph, but I hear from so many gurus once again that you should niche down so you're able to systemize your delivery. And I want to tell you, this couldn't be further from the truth. Every single person thinks that if they do not niche down, delivery is going to be harder and it can't be systemized. But I want to show you right now that it can't be further from the truth. I want you to think of any strategy that takes a client from A all the way to C. So from where they are now to achieving their dream outcome. Every single time, the whole entire journey is pretty much identical. The only thing that really changes is the marketing, messaging, and positioning. But you can just leverage AI to change all of this. So it barely takes any work whatsoever. But the back end and how you actually deliver and build what they sell stays the same every single time. And I want you to remove this limiting belief because once again, I want to reinforce it. So many people are saying niche down so you can systemize your delivery. I promise you, it does not matter. Most of the time, every single thing you deliver just stays the same. All that's going to be changing is marketing, messaging, and positioning. But you purely just systemize this when it comes to AI. So it's not hard whatsoever. So please remove this limiting belief right now. And I want to show you an example. Look at AI marketing. So this is what we do. We first help business owners attract dream clients from top of funnel. So we do that through short form content. From here, our whole entire objective is to drive them to their mid of the funnel. So this is going to be their YouTube channel. The reason it's mid of the funnel is because YouTube videos are longer. Ask yourself, who are you more likely to trust? Someone you've watched a video on for 30 seconds or someone you've watched a video on for 30 minutes? Exactly. Once you've nurtured the dream client enough, we then just simply bring them to that bottom of funnel sales process. For this example, I've just done it as a fee sell to call book. It is that simple. And with every single business, well, online business anyway, this exact strategy is going to work. The only thing that changes is the type of videos we make them, but the script and structures, how we retain people, how we attract people is going to stay the same every single time. Now let's look at the AI sales agent. So the back end of it, right? How it follows up messages, how it communicates with prospects, how it gets them on calls is always going to be the same around 90% of the time. And when we really break it down, the only things that are changing is the prompt that you are feeding this AI sales agent so it better understands the niche you're working with for that particular client. Nothing else changes. So I hope you guys can see there's really no difference. And this is the limiting belief I really want you to remove. And it's going to help to increase your odds of signing a client far easier. The system and the process that you deliver for when it comes to a client will never change. The only difference is going to be the marketing, the messaging, and the prompt. But this is not hard to change. All you do on the onboarding is make a client fill out a singular form. Once they fill out this form, which answers a range of questions so you can better understand that offer, you just give it to AI and it handles every single thing else for you. And it's really, really important to me, right, that we broke this down, because I know so many people have this limiting belief. And I'm probably sounded like a broken record at this point, saying limiting belief so many times, but it's so important that I reinforce this to you. For you getting your first ever client with absolutely no case study, trust me, it makes life 10 times easier if you just focus on a demographic, stage in business, and psychographic, meaning your pools wider of the different industries. However, the type of person that you're speaking to and your messaging is able to stay consistent and persistent. That rhymes. That's pretty good. I may use it more often. Perfect. So now that you're able to understand this, for you to literally get that strategy so you can truly understand it and present it to this potential prospect, here's how you do it. I want you to reverse engineer the 2 to 3 biggest people within the industry and the offer you are targeting. So what I'm about to show you now is going to be for business coaching when it comes to AI marketing. And for this snapshot, I'm literally just using Alex Hormozi. So what I'm trying to figure out from studying myself is, okay, where Alex Hormozi's top of funnel content, we're at his Instagram, what makes me become nurtured and want to go to his YouTube channel? Once I figured that out, it's like, okay, now what makes me want to go to the description within his videos and click on the link to go to school or acquisition.com. All I'm trying to do is reverse engineer the process to better understand what is taking me on this customer journey. Because once I understand this, I'm able to deliver amazing results for the prospects who I'm trying to find because I understand the process. Once again, this funnel stays the same. Majority of the people you're watching, even I use this funnel myself. The only difference is going to be the messaging. Alex Hormozi is a lot broader, right, on the businesses he helps. Who am I trying to help? People who want to start or scale their AI agency. So I'm just speaking to them. I'm speaking to you because you're obviously watching this because you want to do the exact same. But the funnel, it is exactly the same. We use the same one. Every single person does. Nothing changes. All that changes is the messaging. And this is why you can be so consistent with it. And look, to further add, look what Alex Hormozi makes you do here for acquisition to get a free personalized roadmap. All you do is enter in your name, last name. I'm sure after this, he asks for your email. So then you can reverse engineer this process for your AI sales agent. So this is where you can have an AI agent, call them up on the phone, ask them questions, qualify them, and see if they're worthwhile getting on a call. But remember, you're reverse engineering how you got those details in the first place. And once you get those details, Alex Hormozi's teams obviously set up automations that further nurture you. They probably have AI bots as well who are calling you up saying, hey, do you do this? Do you do this? What revenue is your business at? You're looking, okay, this is how they do it. This is how they qualify. This is how they ask questions. I'm going to do the exact same for my AI sales agent. Guys, do not reinvent the wheel. Every single thing is right here for you to go ahead and present all of these findings to potential prospects. It is so simple. The entire goal is to become crystal clear on that funnel, which is very easy. All you're doing, like I said, is comparing 2 to 3 people. You want to compare the 2 to 3 biggest people in their industry. And when you're breaking down and really funnel hacking what they do for the particular offer that you are selling, you want to try and find similarities because you're going to find a lot of similarities in what they do, how they're driving people from their top of funnel to middle of funnel to bottom of funnel. Start writing down these similarities because that is going to be how you fulfill and how you present your value-based information to that prospect to show them, hey, I already know what I'm doing and I can help you achieve X, Y, Z. So please write them down and go ahead and do that as soon as you watch this video. Perfect. So now that you understand how to funnel hack, we're not just going to stop here. We need further ammunition and we really need to ensure that the prospect views us as the number one person to help them go from A all the way to C. And of course, these ginormous people, the biggest people within whoever you're targeting the industry, it's great knowing what they do. But you need further ammunition. And what's the best possible way to get ammunition? Well, being your own case study. And it's crazy. It was so funny. I was actually speaking to someone who was texting me being like, hey, Joseph, how do I scale my AI agency? They wanted to get into AI marketing as well, helping business owners scale with YouTube. So I check out their YouTube channel to be like, okay, are they doing it well in the first place? They didn't even have a YouTube channel. It's like, guys, be your own case study as well. Remember, what you were selling, you're going to do yourself as well to further reinforce that this works. So I want to show you some examples. If you do AI marketing right, make content that follows the same funnel process that you were selling. So if you just reverse engineered Alex Hormozi's one and you're implementing that for yourself, so top of funnel, middle of the funnel, straight to a booking link, make sure you actually have this for yourself. AI setter, make sure you have something which can send SMS, DMs when you're texting the prospect, go back and forth, answer questions, nurture them, send them assets. Make sure you have this set up yourself, because when it actually comes to selling, you can use this as ammunition. Any objection you get, you can be, well, we're doing it ourselves. From you watching our content, you actually decided to book a call with me because you knew, liked, and trust me from my content. And it's what we're going to do for you. Well, from us speaking, it wasn't actually me speaking because I didn't have time for that. Come on now. It was actually my AI setter, meaning I could focus on other parts of my business, whilst I had peace of mind that an AI setter was booking calls for me. And it's exactly what we're going to implement for you. As you can see, this is such amazing ammunition for us to be able to use. If you can literally show how you use this exact strategy yourself alongside the top players in the industry, you will instantly be viewed as an authority figure. And that is a promise to you. Look, by you just combining those two singular things, it is going to be game over. And I promise you, you're going to get a high-ticket AI agency client without a case study very soon. But let's keep going. I got a lot more source for us to cover. Now, how to get clients. So what have we covered so far? Just to do a quick recap, I think is important. Well, firstly, I showed you the type of offer that you should do. I suggested AI marketing to you guys just because of the upsell potential, and it doesn't really require as much technical knowledge as these two. And realistically, trying to figure this all out is just going to delay you actually being able to sell. AI marketing is not hard at all. You can make a lot of money. And in the meantime, whilst you want to upsell, you can figure all of these things out. That is why I strongly suggest it. Now we have who we're going to target. You guys are now crystal clear on that. Next, you understand that you're not trying to build a bespoke system for each person. And fundamentally, everything changes the same. You're just changing a small few things, which you can pretty much systemize with AI anyway. So it doesn't matter. You now know how to funnel hack someone and why you should also be doing what you're selling yourself. Remember, you are your best case study. Okay, cool. Now let's go on to how to get clients. And for this, we're purely just using Instagram cold DMs. You heard that right. Cold DMs are really my bread and butter. Is how we have Fusion Media right now to over 50K per month. Very, very high profit margins, over 70%, which is absolutely insane. From literally sending cold DMs, no ads or anything. We use cold DMs and then we also use our content to further nurture the prospect. And what I've actually done to really help you guys out, I've made you, and before we go on, please, please, please do not copy this message. The reason I say it is you're literally screwing yourself up, depending on if this video goes viral or not. Let's say this video gets 5,000 views. I'm pretty sure, right, most people are going to try and copy this. So let's just say a high number, a crazy number. 2,500 people decide to use this cold DM script. You're literally deciding to compete against 2,500 people. Are you insane? That's just going to make things even harder. So use this for inspiration to better understand the framework and why this cold DM is good. Reverse engineer it and make it 10 times better. So let's run through it. Hey name, I came across your YouTube/Instagram site. So obviously personalization here, it is so important we say that name. I never ever want to hear one of you guys being like, hey bro, come on, just take the time to say their name. I came across your YouTube, Instagram site. So once again, just specify where you came across them from. Most of the time it's going to be Instagram. And guys, I do want to just state, if you want to better understand how you can find leads, I have tons of YouTube videos further breaking this down. Very soon for completely free, I'm also releasing an AI lead scraper, which is going to help you find Instagram leads. It is the first one in the entire world. But for now, until that is released, just go back and watch some of my older YouTube videos where I further break it down. And by the way, I'm saying this at the time of recording of the 3rd of November, 2025. So depending on when you're watching this, it may be live already. Okay, let's continue anyway. Unnoticed. So where it says unnoticed, this is where you're going to highlight the specific pain point that you're solving. So here's a few examples. Your content's solid, but not converting. Your leads aren't booking calls. So whatever it is you're trying to sell. So for me, obviously, when it comes to AI marketing, I could say, I noticed that your videos aren't getting the attention that they deserve. That is a very strong one. So look what we've done. We're building a rapport. Hey, name, I came across you from wherever we came across them from, building familiarity. I'm really saying like, hey, we're coming across you. This is good. Now we're calling out a pain point. Perfect. Now that we've called out the pain, we're going to come in with a solution. Can I send you a short personalized video breaking down how businesses just like yours are adding? So remember, guys, we're leveraging other people's case studies, and this is why we did all the groundwork earlier to be able to leverage them. Specific result, G, 10 to 20 qualified calls a week, X in new revenue. And I really want us to further look at this. And it's really, really important because depending on who you are selling to with your demographic, psychographic stage in business, it's important that you adapt these numbers accordingly. For me, as an example, because I'm reaching out to rich business owners between 40 to 60, if I said something to them, how these new businesses are making over 10K per month, these guys are going to laugh in my face. That is baby numbers for them. And that is why I would find big players who are using the strategy I'm trying to sell to them, who are literally making over 500K per month, because to them, that is a lot of money. So when it comes to these metrics that you're breaking down, make sure they align with who you are trying to sell to. Because if you say something which just isn't impressive to them, or in fact, too impressive where they're just like, there's absolutely no way I can do this, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. So it's really, really important that you find that middle base ground and you really drill in on it. And of course, you do that by truly understanding who you are selling to and really defining your psychographic, demographic, and their stage in business. Awesome. So now that you've broken down the metric, which is going to impress them, all you're going to say is using strategy known. So you want to call your strategy which you're fulfilling something. So for me, as an example, for Fusion Media, we just call it the Fusion Funnel. It is simple, it sounds nice, and it has a ring to it. So whatever your agency's name is, just try and link that agency name to something. It is really, really simple. And of course, I've also given you some examples. So example, content system, sales agent, funnel setup. So I would typically say using an AI content strategy called the Fusion Funnel. It is really, really simple. Perfect. Now, once you have sent out these messages, only when they respond, and I want to make that very, very clear, you don't want to be what these gurus are telling you, hey, go waste time sending messages to people who haven't responded. It is an absolute waste of time. Only then do you send them a Loom video. So what this Loom video does is going to help to further build up rapport, further nurture, and it's going to show that you're actually putting time in and you're serious about helping someone, guys. You've got to put in the work. Remember, right now, you don't have any case studies. You don't really have much backing you up. Like, why would someone come to you? You've got to put in the work and come to them and get them to know, like, and trust you enough and see you as the number one person to work with. And the best possible way for that is a personalized Loom video, not a pre-recorded one, but a personalized one for every single person. So here's how you do it. Firstly, the hook. This is where you're quickly going to say, hey, John, in this video, I'm going to show you a simple AI content strategy which has helped XYZ achieve XYZ. So you could say, business owners just like yours make over $500,000 per month. Remember, from what we were first engineered, we're just putting that forward. As you can see here, further reinforce how businesses just like theirs are doing it. Now you're going to break down the value piece. So what you've learned from reverse engineering, you're going to present to them exactly how it is done. The amazing thing about the AI agency, and I find it so funny because so many people forget, remember, you are offering a done-for-you service, meaning you can give away most of your strategy because, yeah, of course, in some sense, right? People are paying you for the strategy, but they're also paying you for the fact that you are doing it for them, meaning you can really show off your expertise and not worry about gatekeep. And this is why I love the AI agency model so much. And then finally, after that, you have the call to action. So this way you're going to pitch them and be like, John, if you found this valuable, I'd love for you to book a call with me. Simply something's going to pop up after the end of this video, my Calendly link, so you can book a time that works for you. But if you don't want to yet and you have any questions, please feel free to DM me, SMS me, and I will get back to you straight away. And of course, guys, if you say that at the end of your Loom video, what does it give an opportunity for you to do? Your AI setting, you can then further leverage that to be able to speak to them. So when they do hop on the call with you, you can be like, wow, you are actually speaking to my AI setter, and this is exactly what we're going to be installing for you. So guys, as you can see, being a walking example and leveraging the top performers within that industry's results It is just a phenomenal strategy and not enough people are speaking about it. And I don't understand why. But in order for you to really just stay on task and truly ensure that you are going to get a client, I need you to promise me that you're going to follow these KPIs. Firstly, a 5% positive response rate. So from all the cold DMs you'll send in every single day, you want to aim for a 5% positive response rate. Right now for Fusion Media, we are averaging anywhere between a 6 to 7 positive response rate, and that is very, very high. It is really, really good. Next, when it comes to your Loom videos, between 4 to 10 Loom videos you send, you want to book a call. The reason I've made this really, really far, right? 4 to 10 is a pretty big jump, is because when you're starting out and you're trying to build up your confidence, because remember, it's not like a video editor where you can cut out any mistakes. You need to get this perfect. You're not going to come across the best. And over time, as you do become better, you're going to be able to lower that metric of how many looms you need to record to book a call. Because people are going to be like, wow, this guy's really confident. He clearly knows what he's speaking about. Practice makes perfect. People say repetition is the grandfather of learning. And I love that saying. I think it's by Lil Wayne, maybe. Repetition is the father of learning. Remember that, guys. Repetition, repetition. The more reps you put in, the more lucky you get. It's funny, the harder I try, the more I do things, the more money I make. I wonder why. Next, minimum 40 DMs per day. That is the absolute minimum you guys should be doing. You want to crank those numbers up. The more you do, the more luck you have. But I do want to say, guys, just so it's clear, you should not be sending more than 40 DMs on a singular Instagram account. So if you do want to send more than 40, make sure you have other Instagram accounts set up. This is really, really important, and make sure they're aged and already warmed up. Next, 3 follow-ups per lead. I'm going to be honest, guys, a lot of the time on the first message, this prospect isn't going to respond. This is why you need to follow up with them, and you're going to do it after 24 hours of the first message. If they don't respond, after 48 hours, if they don't respond after 24 hours, and then finally, if they don't respond after 48 hours, after 72 hours. Persistence, guys. I want you to adopt a block or buy mentality. It is extremely, extremely important that you are persistent with this. Perfect. Now that you're finally booking calls, I want us to go into the sales call process. And I'm going to be honest, it is very likely that you are going to get objections in the sales call. It may be your first sales call. So you're not really understanding how to do things yet, like how to coordinate, how to really present yourself as an authority figure. So realistically, guys, you're going to get objections. And it's so important you understand how to frame these objections and how to deflect them. And a lot of the times people are going to be asking you, how on earth do I know this strategy is truly going to work for me? And because, guys, remember, you didn't just leverage the big people in their industry's case studies, but you also used yourself as a case study. You could ask questions like, so John, what was the reason you booked the call with? By any chance, were you able to watch some of my content? Most of the time they're going to be like, yeah. And you're going to be like, okay, John, did you find it valuable? Did you really see me as an authority figure? They're going to be like, yes. And then you can say, well, John, that's exactly what we're going to do for you. We're going to make people watch your content for you as an authority figure, so they book a call with you. And they're going to be like, shit, what you sell, you actually do yourself, and it works on me. You see what I mean? That is why it's so powerful. Once again, AI setter, you can be like, so when we were speaking back and forth in the DMs, how did you find it? Did you find what I was giving you valuable? Yeah, I really did. Well, what if I told you that was the AI setter, what I want to install in your business, speaking to you? They're going to be like, wow, what I'm trying to get and what I'm trying to buy literally was able to book me on a call, and now I'm ready to buy it. And this is why, guys, as you can see, it is so important that what you sell, you're also doing yourself. So look, we've leveraged the big guys within our industry to send our first message, because of course, we can do really, really good impact when it comes to the DMs by leveraging all of these big numbers that the big guys in the industries are using. But when it comes to selling, we're further leveraging our case studies. And this is why it is such a lethal combination. Use the big guys to get attention, but you use your own case studies and what you do yourself to finally bring the sale home. And this is why it is so good. And I don't understand why not enough people are adopting this. So guys, please make sure to literally go ahead, take action right away. I can't express this enough. It is so easy right now in the AI agency space to make money. So many people are attempting it, but they don't know what they're doing. They're procrastinating and they just don't have the drive within them. And I really hope the people watching me have the drive. Look, You have everything you need to go ahead and get an AI agency client right now. You understand that you should reverse engineer the best people to get the first initial message. Leverage their results when it comes to your first cold DM message. And when you get them on a call, leverage your results and the fact that they're on the call because of the AI system you're going to be installing for them is the one which actually books them onto the call. You guys need to leverage this. So look, you understand everything. You have all the information. You know what you're selling. You now know who you're selling to. You know how to funnel hack. You know how to implement this yourself. You know how to outreach, send the links. You know how to sign the clients. You guys have everything you need. So take action and make sure to subscribe for more videos.